Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition 2016. Great to be with you. Glad you could tune it in today. And I'm glad to be here with you. A couple of guests lined up. Maggie Johnle, first portion of the show. Tim Mount, second portion of the show. And we have what? Super Bowl Sunday? Is that right, Stephen? The Sunday? Super Bowl, yes?
Yep.
So, I don't know if you remember, over the years I've reported on stories related to the Super Bowl.
Sure, like how much money spent on chips and
stuff
all
like
that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, it turns out that there are some health issues. You can't make this stuff up, buddy. There are some health issues associated with the Super Bowl. And are you going to go to a Super Bowl party?
No. I just usually chill at the house or go to my parents' house or something.
Okay. You have a team this you're rooting for?
I'm kind of torn because I'd like to see Cam win his first one, but I also still want to see Peyton go out with one more win before he
retires.
His back falls off. Yeah,
exactly. He's what, 40 years old now, I believe?
I think he's right at 40. Yeah,
and if my memory serves me, he must be the oldest quarterback to play ever in the Super Bowl.
Probably,
maybe oldest player. Maybe you might check that. At 40. For a football player, that's pretty remarkable. Stephen will check that. It turns out that the Super Bowl can be hazardous to your health, to fans' health. I mean, it certainly can be hazardous to the football players. They can get injured and whatnot, clearly. But it also turns out that it can be hazardous to people's health. And I found a number, and I've reported on this in the past. In particular, I reported on the correlation between the Super Bowl and the possibility of increasing an individual's odds of having a heart attack. In fact, cardiac death. It was a study that was published a while back, but it was in the Journal of Clinical Cardiology. And the study revealed that at a Super Bowl loss for a home team was correlated with increased death rates in both men and women and in older people. How old is he?
He's actually 39. He'll be 40 in March. But he will be the oldest starting quarterback, and Elway was the oldest starting quarterback and winning quarterback in the Super Bowl. He was 38 at the time. So Peyton's going to take the title for old man playing in the young kids game.
39. Imagine. Old man. Well, it's sports. So the study was, and I'm familiar with Dr. Kloner, Robert Kloner. He's the guy that did the study on heart attacks associated with Christmas and New Year's. I don't know if you remember me reporting on that. He's a physician at the Heart Institute, the Good Samaritan Hospital, and Keck School of Medicine at USC in Los Angeles. And the results showed that the Los Angeles Super Bowl loss of 1980, that was a while back now, increased total and cardiac deaths in both men and women and triggered more death in older than younger patients. In contrast, they found there was a trend for a Super Bowl win to reduce death more frequently in older people and in women. My God, it's only a game, for heaven's sake. You're gonna vapor lock over a football game? Come on now. Please, it's a game. But people take their sports seriously. In men, there was a 15% increase in circulatory deaths associated with the Super Bowl loss. In women, there was a 27% increase in circulatory deaths associated with the Super Bowl loss. The game is stressful, apparently, for the fan. And the games last, what now, 4 hours? With commercials and all the craziness pregame, is it about 4 hours, 3 hours?
I mean, you like a game like the big game. I don't even know if we're allowed to say the Super Bowl, but that's like an all day broadcast. You can start early in the morning on ESPN and watch all the way till the end of the game. And
I know
that's like to be an all day event.
And you can build up a lot of anticipation and anxiety associated with the game if you're a super fan.
Sure, and plus that's a lot of sitting.
And a lot of drinking.
Well, yeah, sitting and drinking. And
and I'll get to that.
Okay.
It also turns out in a recent study this month, yesterday, as a matter of fact, out of Tulane University, showing that Super Bowl celebrations increase the likelihood of catching the flu. But that's not the whole story. The whole story is that the researchers discovered that a team in the Super Bowl resulted in the cities where this games were played, resulted in an average, are you ready? And I'm not making this up, 18% increase in flu deaths among those 65 years of age and older. Of course, the elderly are a population, a cohort of people more vulnerable to serious complications from influenza. That is true. And so Dr. Stoker in the study said it's people that are staying at home and hosting small local gatherings, so your Super Bowl party, that are actually passing influenza among themselves. He went on to say, Dr. Stoker did, every year we host these parties that we go to, and it changes mixing patterns, and you are coughing and sneezing and sharing chips and dip with people that you often don't, and so we get the influenza transmitted in novel ways that's then going to eventually wind up in the lungs of the 65-year-old, close quote. An 18% increase in death from influenza contracted during a Super Bowl party among the elderly. I mean, come on. Really? Guess so. The effects are greater when the Super Bowl occurs close to they said, to the peak flu season, or when the dominant influenza strain is more lethal. We might catch a break this year. The strain isn't as lethal as it has been in the past, they report. They meaning the medical authorities or experts. The models for this year show that the flu season could be a mild one, but the virus can still kill thousands of people and sicken many more, which it does every year. People don't realize a lot of people die from the flu. Thousands of people die from the influenza infection every single year. Young children, pregnant women, and the elderly are especially vulnerable. Then, I'm not done. Out of the University of Florida, this study was done a while back, or it was a commentary, I guess. A doctor there was talking about how the Super Bowl can be hazardous to some health fans. And anxiety builds up. Stress levels build up. Epinephrine floods the bloodstream. Blood vessels tend to constrict. Stress levels tend to go up and down as the game ebbs and flows. So you got blood pressure being raised. You got all these stress hormones being released, and that could last for 2 or 3 hours. And you could see, in fact, Swiss researchers in Switzerland found there were 60% more fatal heart attacks after the World Cup than there were during a year when the soccer tournament was not played. In one year, a Pittsburgh Steelers fan suffered a heart attack after watching his favorite play. It was when Jerome Bettis was playing. This was a while back. Fumbled in the fourth quarter of a playoff game. Had a heart attack. For heaven's sake. Please. And then people are drinking all day. We'll see what Maggie Johnle does on Super Bowl day.
At Canavest, we believe that the future of hemp is unlimited, and through innovative and responsible application and science, we will enhance the prosperity and well-being of our customers, employees, and communities. As pioneers, our long-term goal at Canavest is to locate hemp seed processing mills near to our future family of hemp farmers. These local factories will convert hemp seed into nutritious oil, protein powders, bread flour, and hemp meal. Canavest supports local efforts and believes that sustainability starts locally. Canavest was named one of the Nutritional Outlook's Best of 2014, and we are committed to pioneering the hemp revolution as the world's leading producer of quality hemp-derived CBD products. Resistance to change is in great part the result of trying to do today's job with yesterday's tools and with yesterday's concepts. The hemp revolution is here, and it's up to all of us to change perception and to impact policy. Will you join us in this movement? Learn more about the education and science behind Canavest at canavest.com.
Feeling tired after your meal? Occasional gas, bloating, or indigestion at inopportune times? You may have an enzyme deficiency. Did you know that many common digestive discomforts can be caused by poor digestion? When food isn't completely digested, it begins to ferment in the digestive tract, which may cause uncomfortable symptoms. Digest Gold, America's #1 selling enzyme product, offers unparalleled support for your digestive needs. It contains exclusive blends of enzymes optimized to be 3 times stronger and work more than 6 times faster than other leading digestive supplements. With just 1 capsule per meal, Digest Gold offers support to break down carbohydrates, fats, fiber, and protein. Enzymedica products are all natural, vegetarian, contain absolutely no fillers, and are vegan and kosher when possible. You'll find Digest Gold and other Enzymedica products at fine health food stores near you. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Is your skin showing signs of aging? Do you want hair with more body and stronger nails? Add Neocell's Super Collagen Plus C to your daily routine to help you regain your youthful, vibrant appearance. Collagen is the body's key structural protein, and it is critical to the elasticity and strength of connective tissues like skin, ligaments, and tendons. Recent clinical studies suggest that supplementing with collagen may reduce wrinkles and increase the firmness of your skin, improve the thickness of your hair, and strengthen your nails. Previously, medical studies also show a wide range of benefits from collagen supplements that may help with your joint pain, bone strength, and exercise recovery. Neocell's Super Collagen Plus C provides 100% pure collagen that's hydrolyzed for maximum absorption. Results are felt and seen within weeks. Super Collagen Plus C promotes a healthy body by providing specialized nutritional support to help fight the effects of aging. Neocell's Super Collagen Plus C products are available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Nubian Heritage, Global Healing, Modern Wellness, BSN, Finish First, Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils, Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation, Natural Factors, where great health begins, Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless, A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
So let's see. So far, we know that Super Bowl game associated with heart attacks, flu. Also, given the alcohol that's consumed, they find that the emergency rooms get especially busy. A lot more. Usually there's a rise in drunk driving accidents on the Super Bowl, stomach ailments. That's from eating all those vegetables, you know.
Does anything good come out of the Super Bowl?
A win. You got a mixture of alcohol and junk food. I suspect by the time you're done after 3 or 4 hours of pre-game and during the game and post-game, whatever, your digestive system should be pretty well congested with you know what, junk food. My guest is Maggie Johnle. So on Super Bowl Sunday, Maggie, what do you do? Go to church and what?
You must have me confused with someone else.
Oh, is that what it is?
Oh, no. Yeah, I love the Super Bowl. I love football. I'm sad that it's over. We just have one more game left. But, yeah, I indulge. I like nachos. I like finger food. I like all the bad stuff.
Do you really?
Mm-hmm.
These studies are interesting. Heart attacks, flu, accidents, drunk driving accidents, people getting upset stomachs, your testosterone, stress hormones, testosterone levels being boosted. You start to mix all that with alcohol. One guy broke his teeth trying to open a beer bottle.
Just one guy?
Just one guy. I'm sure there quite a few had to take him to an emergency room. Oh, my God. It's only a game.
America.
Well, it's not only America. In that World Cup game, I reported on that study. The Swiss reported the number of deaths associated with the World Cup. It's not just in America. Soccer fans get crazy. I think, they have riots in stadiums and whatnot. In some of these countries. I mean, what do you think's going on there? What is that connection? That are we that I don't know what.
Well, it's surprising to me that the numbers are so incredible on this. I would imagine people would be much more unhealthy during that day of the year, but deaths and disaster, that surprises me.
I guess we associate too much with the game and with our own self, with our own identity, and winning and losing. Politics seems to bring out the worst in people too, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Jeez, my God, I've seen some nice people. They get ugly.
Mm-hmm.
They start talking about politics, and all of a sudden, say, I never saw Lucifer in this guy before.
And it's just beginning, We have a whole year ahead of us of this.
Oh, my land. Yeah, Iowa.
Yeah.
We're done with Iowa, thank God. If I heard the word caucus one more time, I think I was Iowa caucus. I think I was going to throw up. Glad that's over with. Now they're off to New Hampshire. They caucus there, too, don't they? Or no?
I think so.
Do they, Stephen? Yes. Yeah, that's the Granite State. In New Hampshire. So we got this week. They're going to caucus again, I suppose. Whatever. So you're the digestive expert. What should be done on Super Bowl Sunday to help people? Now you just admitted you're one of the usual suspects.
Yeah.
So notwithstanding your own desire to have finger food and chips and dip and whatnot, can you offer any recommendations as to what people might do on Super Bowl Sunday? Not to get so digestively sick?
Yeah, well, the way I look at it is you've got to give yourself some cheat days here and there, and you've got to enjoy life still. So if it's about finger foods, make a couple of healthy options. Pepper in some vegetables here and there. Take some enzymes. Get up and move around. Take a walk during the game at some point. Those are things that can help, at least with the gas and bloating and things like heartburn that usually accompany that type of thing.
Well, you all make digestive enzymes.
Mm-hmm.
Renew Life. Renew Life. Right here in Clearwater, Florida.
That's right. Yeah, the best ones.
And what are names of the products?
Well, you want to look for Digest Smart. That's our newest, best brand. We have a ton of enzymes in them. They're 25 enzymes each, which seems like a lot, but you figure there's a lot of different kinds of foods that we eat, and you need to have several enzymes for each food group. So carbohydrates, fats, fiber, protein. You're eating a lot of these various foods throughout the day, so you need an enzyme to keep up.
Will these enzymes digest the junk food too?
Oh, yeah. Definitely. So you take it before you eat, and it can really help with just managing the digestion of the food, giving your body a little bit of a break from the onslaught of not easily digested foods coming.
Do you know of any benefit that fiber can confer associated with alcohol consumption? Think about that.
Okay.
877-897-8255. Just as a sidebar now, had nothing to do with what we're talking about so far. Yesterday, I got a call at the end of the show. Do you remember the name of the lady that called, Stephen, by any chance? She was 86 or 88. Made a very courageous phone call into the show. And yesterday I was talking about successful aging. And she apparently was listening to the show, and she said, relative to aging, that at her age, she said, I think people should be given the option of the way they want to die at the end of life. And I promised her that I would talk about this in the future, and I will. And this is a very controversial topic, but please have the courage as she did and call into the show.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement, or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit TakeSolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Neocell, the true science of collagen. Enzymedica, the enzyme experts. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Nutrix Hawaii, more nutrition, better health, purely Hawaiian. Nature's Dynamics, garden to gummy supplements made by Dad. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back and welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition 2016, Coast to Coast. My guest is Maggie Johnle, educator for Renew Life, talking about digestive health, but within a specific context here today, the Super Bowl, and how people, all the ways in which the Super Bowl can be hazardous that I just pointed out with these different studies that I reported on. It's really remarkable. Never mind the gastric distress. And Maggie, you were welcome back, Maggie. You were talking about digestive enzymes, and you would think you're thinking that it's a good idea on that particular day, anyhow, for sure, to go ahead and try to get some digestive enzymes into their body to digest some of these. Well, the abundance of food for number one, and the variety of foods, and good idea. And what was the name of the product?
Digest Smart is the name of it.
As opposed to stupid.
Yeah, exactly. Digest Stupid doesn't do as well.
Digest Stupid is
Digest Stupid?
Yes, Digest Stupid. It's the digestion stupid.
Yeah.
Digest Smart. Yeah, very good. They enzymes are fiber. Well, let me ask you this. Do you think that if a person increased their fiber intake, that would blunt some of the effects of alcohol, or no?
Well, I was just reading that while we were on break because I thought, well, I wonder, and I saw that one of the things, one of the tips that I was reading about on how to avoid a hangover is to eat fiber before you drink, which kind of makes sense because when you consume fiber with any type of food, it sort of slows its absorption and breakdown. So the concept here is that fiber foods can kind of almost absorb the alcohol and kind of keep it from getting into the bloodstream as quickly, just because fiber spends a lot of time in the stomach kind of hanging out there and absorbing water and expanding in some cases. So.
Yeah, I was just wondering. A lot of people say drink milk because it coats the lining and before you start drinking and this and that. I don't know. I don't know how much of these so-called remedies really are remedies indeed. I don't know.
Just don't drink that much.
Right. Well, yeah, that's just like that's like just say no.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Or stagger it, like switch off.
They are staggering. That's the problem.
Usually the problem, right? Well, stagger it with water. Drink a bottle of water in between drinks. Or something like that. I think maybe that could be helpful.
Mm-hmm. So, for 2016, what's on Renew Life's mind here? Your company, Dr. Watson, and that whole crew over there at Renew Life. You've been around a long time.
Yeah.
How is she doing, by the way?
She's good. She's busy at work. She's got a lot going on in her world, in addition to Renew Life. And Renew Life is just really thinking about getting the word out there on Ultimate Flora, our probiotic brand. We've been growing quite a bit. We want to keep growing and get into those retailers and that kind of thing.
Well, you have a commercial on TV.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we do, which is exciting.
Big time.
Every time I see it, I'm like, oh my gosh, there it is.
Yeah.
So,
you guys are.
We've been around for a while.
How many years has the company been in business?
Ooh.
20? 25? 20?
It's not quite 20. We began in 1997, so we're almost 20.
Long time.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The digestive care products, very competitive sector in the natural products industry, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It is. It really is. There's a lot now, a lot of different companies coming in making these types of products, and we were one of the first companies to really introduce the idea of a high potency probiotic, and to this day there are just a few that kind of get up there with the amounts that we do. So, it's an interesting concept that really people are starting to realize that, oh yeah, high potency is better for you for many reasons. So,
well, and honestly, I don't know how, you probably know more than I do about the number of companies in that arena, digestive care products. What separates Renew Life from all these other companies? There must be hundreds, maybe even thousands, for all I know. I mean, it's got to be hundreds.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot. The companies that are of our size and larger, there's dozens for sure, and we're in the top 10. But we're the only company, at least that I know of, that really specializes in digestive care. There are companies that do digestive care products, but also do, a ton of other products. They make vitamins. They make, sports nutrition. They do a lot of things in different categories, and we really focus on what we do best, which is digestive care, because that's how we started. Those are our roots. Brenda, as you mentioned earlier, began as a colon hydrotherapist, helping people clinically with issues like constipation and IBS, and so her products and our entire line grew out of that understanding of how people were really suffering today with digestive issues.
Do you think there's a correlation between let me frame this another way. It seems to me that in the last part of the 20th century and this first part of the 21st century, I hear more and more reports, read about more and more reports associated with digestive disorders and diseases. Mm-hmm. Do you notice that pattern as well?
Absolutely.
What do you think is going on? What is your take? What do you think what's the correlation? When you look at the number of, you hear more and more about in major commercials on TV, programs, I mean, more than ever in my recollection, hearing about one kind of digestive disease or another, one kind of digestive product or another. It's all over the landscape, the advertising and marketing landscape.
Yeah.
And doctors are reporting more and more cases of digestive diseases and disorders. What's happening?
I think there's a combination of things. It's the quality of our food. I think it's the quantity of the food we consume. Overeating is a major issue, and not just for the obese, but for all of us. We're eating too much, plain and simple. Too many calories in a day, and it's not just expanding our waistlines. It's taking a toll on our digestive system. And with that constant influx of food comes this sort of burden, I believe, that takes place over time. Just too much food, not enough high-quality food. The soil is becoming depleted. Processed foods are everywhere. It becomes more and more difficult to eat healthy, more expensive to eat healthy as well. Mm-hmm. So there's a combination of things going on. Really, it's a perfect storm of problems.
And it's not only in adults. We're starting to see a pattern where digestive diseases and disorders are taking hold early in life and in children. That is pretty remarkable. Be right back.
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971, and we believe integrity should always be our #1 ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA-certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' pledge of integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy, or Flex A for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
Hi, I'm Kate. I try to eat a healthy diet, but the irony of eating healthy foods, like broccoli or beans, is that even though they're healthy for us, they can still cause occasional digestive upsets. That's why I take a Digest Smart high-potency enzyme with every meal. Digest Smart is from Renew Life, the digestive care experts. It's the first digestive enzyme certified by Izyme, the International Enzyme Testing Program. Each capsule provides a full spectrum of 25 powerful plant-based raw enzymes to break down each major food group, including carbs, fats, proteins, and fiber. Digest Smart enzymes also feature targeted delivery capsules to reach your intestines, where 90% of digestion occurs. Digest Smart promotes more complete breakdown of the foods you eat and optimizes nutrient availability. Plus, it helps ease digestive upsets and supports your overall digestive health. Now that's really smart. Digest Smart is from the makers of Ultimate Flora Probiotics, and both are available in health food stores everywhere.
Exclusively from Natural Factors.
I'm Dr. Michael Murray. I'm very excited to have the opportunity to talk with you about PGX, a truly revolutionary natural product that works perfectly to help get at the core issues that make weight loss so difficult. PGX is a clinically proven way to help people to achieve their ideal body weight that is safe and natural. PGX leads to a dramatic reduction in the glycemic index of any food or meal. It also ultimately causes the release of compounds that achieve two important goals in weight loss. One, telling your brain that you're satisfied so you eat less, and two, improving the action of the hormone insulin. If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, it's not your fault. You just need the tremendous support that PGX can provide. For more information on making your weight loss dream a near effortless reality, please go to pgx.com.
Energy, energy, and more energy. Everyone needs it. But did you know you can get the energy you need quick through the powers of wild forest extracts? Wild chaga and birch bark were a secret source of energy and power for Russian athletes years ago, making them unbeatable. Now you too can experience real energy and power like you've never dreamed possible. Wild chaga is the world's top source of SOD, superoxide dismutase, that critical enzyme that blocks the aging process and keeps your cells healthy. Wild birch extract is the world's top source of betulin, a natural sterol needed by every cell of the body. And healthy cells mean a healthy you, and a more powerful one too. Chaga birch bark is also good for your heart, healthy cholesterol, and even helps build healthy arteries. No wonder it's known as the king of all herbs. So take your Chaga Charge tea with wild birch bark every day and Chaga Max capsules from North American Herb and Spice and get that maximum energy you need. Also available in liquid as Chago Power Drops. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Are you tired of taking vitamin pills or powders? How about gummy vitamins with high fructose corn syrup or coloring? Finally, you have a choice with Nature's Dynamic whole food gummy supplements and probiotics made by a dad. Imagine getting benefits of your garden in a delicious gummy supplement. Nature's Dynamics utilizes organic, plant-based vitamin and mineral sources with non-GMO, gluten, soy, and dairy-free ingredients in a delicious gummy for the whole family. Nature's Dynamics has berry garden gummies made by a dad, multivitamin omega-3 and probiotics for kids, body boost joint relief, whole food bone and calcium gummy, whole food immune and vitamin C gummy, whole food omega-3 gummy, Be Beautiful hair, skin, and nails gummy, prenatal plus gummy, whole food probiotics for digestive support, and body boost energy and wellness multivitamin for him and her in a delicious, easy to digest gummy. To learn more about Nature's Dynamics or to find a retailer near you, visit naturesdynamics.com or madebyadad.com. Nature's Dynamics, garden to gummy supplements made by a dad.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. North American Herb and Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Canavest, from seed to shelf. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition 2016, Coast to Coast. My guest is Maggie Johnle, the educator for Renew Life. It seems to me, based on my observations and my daily excursion into the literature, scientific literature and popular literature, that chronic digestive disorders and diseases are on the rise. Irritable bowel syndrome, acid reflux, GERD, Crohn's disease, celiac disease. These are now in the common lexicon of the medical community. And you got Zantac, Prilosec, Prevacid, Tums, Rolaids, you name it. Surgery to help resolve these problems. If there was ever a place for prevention, your digestive system would be a good area to start. Maggie, welcome back.
Thanks.
There's a lady, I don't know if you know who she is, if you know her, Dr. Elizabeth Lipsky. Do you know who that is?
No.
She wrote a book called Digestive Wellness, and she makes sort of the same observation. And she talks about how chronic stress, infections, smoking, environmental toxins, irritants, heavy metals, lack of exercise, lack of dietary fiber, medications, and so on, low stomach hydrochloric acid, alcohol, genetics, poor food choices, all of which Dr. Watson has identified in her books as well as contributing to what seems to be a distinct increase in these digestive disorders and diseases. There's a clear pattern here. So for the viewers and the listeners of the show, sometimes you end up preaching to the choir. But as you well know, sometimes people at church, they drift off a little bit. So it's still okay to speak to the choir. What do you think would be a good day-to-day sensible supplement protocol to help with digestive health?
Well, I think it's really easy. It's the big four. It's probiotics, enzymes, fiber, and fish oils. Fish oils is one I always throw in there just because we're so deficient. But really, it's those three that are so crucial to our health. You mentioned fiber, and I know you're a big fan of our fibers as well. It's just so easy to incorporate in a little additional fiber, given that we need so much of it and we get so little in our diet. Probiotics, super important to help balance the digestive system.
But people believe, Maggie, if they have a salad at lunch and dinner, that's good enough.
I know. That's the biggest problem I see. And I'm sure you do too, is people think they're covered. Just like with probiotics, they think they're fine if they eat a yogurt every now and again.
Yeah, with all that sugar and crap at the bottom of the container.
Right. Yeah, not even close to being adequate. And same thing with enzymes. People think, well, your body makes enzymes, and it's true, but we eat a lot of cooked and processed foods. We don't really have enough enzymes to accommodate this huge amount of food we're eating, number one. And, of course, we're dealing with things like gas and bloating, constipation, you name it, so something must be off. Digestive enzymes are a really good way to manage that.
When you look at the statistics, and I have from time to time over the years, even when you take just like constipation, you look at the number of people that suffer from it day in and day out, and that's just one thing. Never mind the diseases, IBS and whatnot. I told the story several times before on the show. I had a neighbor. He died. His wife found him dead in the bathroom.
Oh God.
He was so constipated. He died from constipation. There's a technical medical name for that. He died from being constipated.
Wow.
Found him dead and I just saw him the week before he was cutting the lawn. So, we don't realize how serious these things are. And the digestive system, as we get older, that system, it takes a toll over the years, the wear and tear on that system. And people, if you haven't been attending to it, it's even hard. It's no accident that people have more digestive issues as they get older. I mean, no accident.
Right.
So you're saying digestive enzymes, fiber, probiotics, and you throw in fish oil.
Yeah.
Do you eat a lot of fermented food?
Well, yeah. I don't eat anything other than my kefir, though. So I'm not eating a lot of fermented vegetables and things, although I know that they're good. I just cannot get a taste for it. It grosses me out. But my kefir is my best friend, though.
I know we have a listener. She makes her own fermented food. I wonder how she gets it to be tasty.
It's a bit of an acquired taste.
Steven says she doesn't have taste buds.
She was born without them.
What about spices? What if you add spices to them? Herbs and spices. Would that make these fermented foods taste better?
Well, think about something like sauerkraut. Do you like sauerkraut?
I do.
Yeah, so that's
I love sauerkraut.
A lot of people do, so I just don't. I don't know what it is about. I don't think...
that's a yummy, man.
Yeah, sauerkraut's good, and certainly
you have to put pork with it, though, see? You got to add some pork.
Yeah, on a hot dog, of course.
Sausage, kielbasa or something. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Here I am trying to, I'm encouraging nutritional violations and sin. I should be ashamed of myself.
You got to live a little.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. So I think that when people go into a health store, they start looking for Renew Life. One thing I notice about Renew Life, you give people a lot of choices in one particular category, like in the fiber category and so on. You give them a lot of choices. Go to the renewlife.com. There you can learn more about the products. And if you see Dr. Watson, please extend my best wishes to her. Would you please?
I will, absolutely.
Do you get to see her much lately or no? Not so much?
Not quite as much as we used to, but yeah I'll send her your well wishes.
Please do. Who are you rooting for in the Super Bowl?
Oh, I got to root for Peyton. He's my man.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. All right. We'll see how this turns out.
I know.
And
not looking good, but
for your Super Bowl game, get some Renew Life fiber, some enzymes, some probiotics. Load up on those this week. Get ready for Super Bowl Sunday, and then you'll be a little better prepared to deal with all that nutritional stress that you're going to create on Sunday. Meanwhile, take care of yourself, Maggie.
Thank you. You too.
I will. Renew Life. Digestive care, that's what you need to keep in mind. Why? You know why, because your health is your wealth. We'll come back for the second hour. We'll talk with Tim Mount. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition, coast to coast.
statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition 2016. Great to be with you. If you missed the first portion of the show, all shows are on demand. At your demand or your command. Go to letstalknutrition.com, and on the homepage, you'll see the videos there. You'll see some of them. Then you'll see a link that takes you to YouTube, and there you have the rest of them. And it's a virtual, visual library of health, wellness, and well-being, insight, information, and hopefully some inspiration. And then, of course, there's the audio portion of the show. That's at the website as well, at letstalknutrition.com. Click on Show Schedule, and then scroll down, and you'll see the name of the guest, the date, the theme for the show, and so on. And then this portion of the show, my guest is going to be Tim Mount. And that first part of the show is talking about the Super Bowl, which will be this Sunday. And it's a big deal. No question about that. And I was reporting on some of the health hazards associated with the Super Bowl. Everything from, such as what? Getting the flu and then dying from it. 18% increase in influenza-related death among people 65 years of age or older on Super Bowl Sunday. Catch the flu, being in close quarters at these Super Bowl parties. Cardiacs associated with the Super Bowl. Of course, people over-consuming alcohol. Then you have drunk driving episodes of one sort or another. People acting silly and stupid. Lots of stress and anxiety during the game. It's really, it is hazardous to your health. Your digestive system turned upside down. You got to try to keep things in perspective. It would be nice to see people get that worked up about their health. Right? I wouldn't have to do the show. Wouldn't have to do it. But I'm just saying. I'll mention the Super Bowl again sometime this week before Super Bowl Sunday. And yesterday, at the close of the show, right at the end, yesterday I was focusing on aging successfully. That's a popular theme. People love that theme. I always get a lot of feedback, positive feedback, when I talk about how to age more successfully. And I talked about one thing or another yesterday as I focused in on attitudes, the individual's attitude and beliefs and values, as well as society's attitudes and beliefs and values regarding aging and how it affects the aging process, among other things that I mentioned. And at the very end of the show, in the last segment, a listener called in. I think she's called in before I recognized her voice. And she mentioned that she was it 86 or 88? It was one of those two. 86, was it 86? Either way, she's well beyond life expectancy, which is 78. And she made a comment, which was, she believes that people should have the right to choose probably how and when they want to die when when they are in the last stages of their life. And I listened to her. First of all, I recognized, and I mentioned this in the last segment, and I mentioned it yesterday as well. I thought it took courage for her to call and to say that, because there are mixed feelings and beliefs about that. You know, you're talking, sometimes it's talked about as doctor-assisted suicide, whatever. I don't like that expression, or a way that's, that's whatever. I think it's an end-of-life procedure. That's how I see it. I don't know why they want to call it suicide. But because words mean, and that when you use that kind of language, it creates a certain mindset and reaction that may not be, that could bias you. I think it's an end of life choice. That's how I prefer to see it. And I mentioned to her that I agreed with her, but I haven't talked much about it on the show. And she said, yeah, I often wondered why you haven't. And the truth be told, I haven't, because it gets people, that's such a provocative issue. I don't like to alienate myself from people. I know that oftentimes people will disagree with me and they still listen to the show. I mean, I don't worry so much about that, but I don't want to alienate somebody either from the show completely. And I always have been concerned that that topic would do that. And I told her that in the future I would talk about it more. And I'm going to do that. And I try to be fair in these issues. There are pros and cons. I mean, there's two sides to the narrative on this issue about end-of-life choice. And I've been through this twice now in my life. With my father, when I was a lot younger, and then my mom more recently. And it was very difficult to watch. And I didn't have conversations with my dad about it, but I had conversations with my mother about how she wanted her life to end, and gave me clear instructions on what she wanted me to do and didn't want me to do in the event that X, Y, or Z should happen. And I followed her instructions, and I respected them. Fortunate for her. I mean, the last several. And I know that many of you have had this experience where you watch a loved one and they're in end stage. They're dying. Let me just be rhetorically candid here. They're dying. And you watch this go on for days, months, weeks, and months sometimes. And it's very difficult for the person that's experiencing it, no doubt, and for the people, the loved ones who observe it and then try to offer comfort and whatnot. And I have just such clear memories, and it affected me profoundly. In the case of my mother, it affected me in my attitude about all of this, my belief about it. It really has affected my thinking about it. And I agree with the caller from yesterday. I think people should have the right to make the choice about end-of-life procedures. And rather than see, my mother died in her sleep, the nurse called me at 5:02 a.m. and said, advised me that your mom had just passed away. My mother had just passed away. And I asked her, did she have a heart attack? He said, no. She was just lying there, and then I heard her take a breath, and she was gone. But the last several weeks of her life were difficult. Now, some people suffer mightily in the end. And I'm not one to say I would say if she did not have hospice care. But I would say to a hospice nurse or caregiver, whatever, and I told the nurses and asked them, whatever morphine my mother needs, I would ask you to give it to her and do not worry about it. She told me to tell you that. So perhaps in the future, I should do a show where we talk about both sides of this narrative. I think it's an important issue, and I'm grateful that the listener yesterday called and brought it up. And she's right. You know, I need to have the courage to be able to talk about it on the show and not worry about, you know, alienating people. It's not what you say sometimes, it's how you say it. And I think we can talk about this in a very useful way. I'll be back with Tim Moe.
Are you suffering from those awful allergies? Hay fever, sneezing, watery eyes? Here's some advice you won't want to miss.
I'm a doctor, and my patients used to dread allergy season. But then I discovered A-Vogel Allergy Relief, a unique combination of natural ingredients that usually addresses every one of my patients' symptoms. And while it's clear that the vast majority of my patients benefit significantly from A-Vogel Allergy Relief, what's even more amazing is that after using it, at least half of my patients' symptoms didn't return. As a doctor, that's the kind of outcome my patients and I can appreciate.
Get doctor-recommended A-Vogel Allergy Relief for your allergy symptoms. It's proven safe, it doesn't make you drowsy, it's fast-acting, and it may even help prevent your allergies from returning. Available at vitamin discount centers, Richards, Rollin' Oats, Vitamin Shop, Nutrition Smart, and other fine health food stores.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Zinnia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Zinnia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Zinnia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Zinnia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Zinnia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, and collagen and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you're strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Zinnia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Zinnia by name. Start taking Zinnia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
Are you waking up each day to the life you have to live or to the life you want to live? Better health shouldn't be left to chance. Smart choices to living longer and stronger include making Kyolic aged garlic extract a part of your daily routine. For years, medical researchers have recommended adding Kyolic to the diet as a powerful tool to enhancing overall heart and immune health. Recent clinical studies at UCLA Medical Center using Kyolic suggest that garlic may slow plaque formation in the arteries and support healthy cholesterol and homocysteine levels. Previous research also shows Kyolic may enhance your immune system defenses. Kyolic is organic, odorless, and the only antioxidant garlic supplement available worldwide. Maintaining a healthier you could extend your life. Your wellness begins with Kyolic aged garlic extract, available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold. Visit kyolic.com, that's KYOLIC.com, or call 1-800-421-2998 for a free sample today.
Did you know that when it comes to supporting whole body health, there's an herbal supplement that may be as important as your daily multivitamin? Discover Zyflamend Whole Body from New Chapter. Formulated to support a whole body healthy inflammation response, an ongoing natural process and part of the body doing its job. We often think of the inflammation response as something we can feel, such as where there are sensitive nerve endings. But did you know that we can also have an inflammation response we can't feel? And whether we are aware of it or not, our inflammation response can affect the whole body. Zyflamend is a patented blend of 10 remarkable herbs, including pure and potent turmeric, that help balance and support your body's natural, healthy inflammation response for overall health and wellness. And it's clinically tested. Discover the premier herbal supplement for whole body health from New Chapter, Zyflamend Whole Body. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Available at your local fine health food store.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Nubian Heritage, Global Healing, Modern Wellness, BSN, Finish First, Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils, Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation, Natural Factors, where great health begins, Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless, A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Tim Mount is my guest educator for Neocell. And Tim hasn't been on for a while. I think he's been on in 2016. Tim, where you been?
Staying busy, that's for sure.
Have you been to China or someplace?
I've actually just been holed up in my home office, creating presentations and doing a whole bunch of research, which is actually a nice break.
Research into what?
Well, I help with some of the formulations for Neocell, and we always want to make sure that when we're creating a product, we have something that's backed by solid research. So I spend my days, a lot of time, searching through PubMed and reading extremely interesting research articles, but they're really helpful and very enlightening, too. I love learning about new stuff, especially when it comes to collagen.
I asked my guest in the first portion of the show, for her particular company, if her company had some agenda for 2016, that some mission or some specific goal that would be of importance to the listener or viewer of Let's Talk Nutrition. I would ask you the same. I would ask you the same about Neocell.
Yeah, Neocell is very well established as the leader in the collagen supplement world. As far as our core standard products, our Super Collagen line of products, they've been around for 30 years. They were the number one seller when they first came out. They have remained the number one seller. One thing that we're doing now is creating formulas and support products that assist in the collagen, either the production process or a benefit associated with collagen. So, for example, collagen is excellent for skin structure, but we're creating Glow Matrix, which is a skin hydrator, and it acts as a complement. We have a new product coming out that is a joint hydrator because our collagen helps with the structure of joint tissue. So we're looking at the different ways that collagen affects the body and then creating products to really have it be like a whole body, all-encompassing routine that starts with our core line of products and then added in are some of these other excellent formulas.
Yesterday, I don't know if you were listening to my opening today, I alluded to the fact that I talked about aging successfully yesterday on the show. In your opinion, informed opinion, and I know you're a thoughtful guy, to what extent do you think your products play a role in aging successfully, and why?
I would say that there are two main things that occur through the aging process naturally. One is a slowdown in the production of hormones. Our glands can become calcified and atrophy and all this other stuff damaged. And so hormonal issues are definitely a big thing that's going on. Menopause, andropause, etc. The other big thing that happens is that our tissues break down. And, of course, that can be influenced by hormones, but it's not only a hormonal issue. Much of what is happening is that the base, the foundation of those tissues are destroyed, are lost, are degraded. And it can happen because of our diet and lifestyle, because we're eating too many sugars and we have too many free radicals and toxins in our body, or just the natural slowdown and the breakdown of our tissues. Mm-hmm. And the foundation, the main thing that's happening in that portion of the aging process is the loss of collagen. So from that perspective, a Neocell supplement is, in my opinion, very literally one of the most important things somebody can take, because it affects the entire body And every single person on Earth goes through this process. It's inevitable.
And to support...
Anyway,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish your thought. I'm sorry.
yeah, I was going to say the only way to affect that tissue degradation is through a collagen supplement. Before 1985, when collagen supplements were literally invented, because they're not naturally digestible in the diet, you have to put it through a hydrolyzation process, is what they call it, to get it into a supplement form and make it bioactive in the body. There was nothing we could do about this breakdown in tissues. So by taking a supplement of collagen, it can actually reverse the damage that's just naturally occurring in the body, and it affects a major thing when it comes to the aging process.
And to support the points you make, collagen, as we've discussed on the show, is the main structural protein in what's called the extracellular matrix, or space. In between cells, there's space, and it's filled with various components, this extracellular matrix or space, and associated with various connective tissues. And as the main collagen turns out to be the main component of connective tissue, and hence the most abundant protein in mammals. And I don't know what the statistic is, 25 to 35% of the body made up of collagen. Is that about right, or you have a bit different number?
Yeah, you got it. Yeah,
okay.
We usually say about 30%.
Okay, so collagen then, typically in the form of what's called fibrils, is mostly found in fibrous tissues such as, to Tim's point, tendons, ligaments, skin. It's found in the corneas of your eye, the cartilage, where in your joints, your bones, your blood vessels, your gut, the vertebral discs, the dentin in your teeth. It's everywhere. Makes sense, right? What he says makes very good sense. If that matrix starts to break down, what happens? Your body's breaking down on a cellular level. We'll be back.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Neocell, the true science of collagen. Enzymedica, the enzyme experts. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Nutrix Hawaii, more nutrition, better health, purely Hawaiian. Nature's Dynamics, garden to gummy supplements made by Dad. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Great to be with you. I'm glad you stopped by today. My guest is Tim Mount, educator for Neocell. We're talking about collagen, just so you have some context here, and then I'll cut Tim loose to get to this. The extracellular matrix, this ECM as it's referred to, is a very important concept. It's the space between your cells. My producer is going to show you an image of the matrix. Now, when you look at it, they have other kinds of images, but that's what the matrix sort of looks like, and it's typically constituted of different kinds of cells that come from different lineages, if you want to put it like that. And this, you have different tissues and structures within this matrix, and they contribute to it keeps the cells together. There's cellular communication and differentiation. It serves all sorts of purposes. And it's composed of various secreted molecules and proteins. Hence, we'll get to collagen then. And these extracellular matrix proteins are often fibers or fibrillar proteins, such as collagens, elastin, fibronectin, laminins. And collagens, as Tim pointed out on many other shows, is the most abundant protein in the extracellular matrix. In the bone matrix, for example, collagens account for about 90% of the protein in the bone matrix. So this is a very abundant protein, and you want to have the body to keep synthesizing it, otherwise making it as you move through the life cycle. Welcome back, Tim. So your product.
Thank you very much,
go ahead.
I was going to say I just love your explanation of the matrix. It's so important to our body, and I think a lot of people don't realize what actually holds cells together. I mean, we would be a puddle on the floor without collagen. I think of it like almost like a wool sweater woven into our tissues. The cells themselves don't hold hands. Nothing is holding them together. It's the collagen that provides that structure and framework of our tissues.
Right, and there are different little metaphors or analogies one could use. I often use it's like a screen. If you think of a screen like on the screen door, the holes are the cells, and those holes are held together by the screen. And over time, as wind and rain and opening and closing of that screen door, that screen gets sort of sloppy and starts to collapse. Same sort of thing happens to the extracellular matrix in the body. And it all happens on a cellular level, too, by the way, which is kind of fascinating to me. But your products, as you pointed out right at one of the first things you said, assist in the production of collagen. They are not collagen per se, right?
Yeah, so collagen is naturally produced by cells within the body already, whether we take a supplement or not. This stuff is constantly being broken down and then being reproduced. It's part of the natural turnover of our body. Every 8 to 11 years, our body turns over completely. Well, this is one of the major processes that is happening. Well, what happens when you take a collagen supplement, it's not collagen that's just directly kind of inserted or woven into the tissues. What a Neocell supplement does is the cells that produce collagen slow down over time, so your body breaks down more than it's rebuilding. A collagen supplement stimulates those cells and makes them work faster, back up at your youthful levels. So you're rebuilding the tissues, you're rebuilding that matrix from the inside. It's kind of the difference between collagen and whey protein, where whey protein might be a building block. It might be actually what becomes part of new muscle. That's different than collagen being a stimulant to the cells that produce new collagen. So you can reverse that slowdown in collagen production. You can rebuild your tissues from the inside And therefore, it helps all of those tissues, joints, bones, and all the other stuff that you mentioned.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in my anatomy and physiology course, a double course, I spent a lot of time trying to comprehend, study, and get a handle on the extracellular matrix. And little did I realize, I knew it was important, but moving through the course, I came to really understand it a lot better and have a more meaningful conversation about it and how critical it is. What's contributing to the lines, the wrinkles, and so on. It's that matrix breaking down. Those cells don't have, they don't have anything to hold them together as firmly and as nicely as they did when we were younger, right? For lack of a better way to say it, I guess.
So kind of think about termites eating away at the studs of your house. Well, your house is going to fall down. That's kind of what happens with collagen when it breaks down.
Mm-hmm. The best-selling product you have right now?
Well, it remains our super collagen line of products. We have powder and tablets, a 1 and 2 month supply. Those are the ones that were first in America back in 1986, so 30 years ago. They remain the number one seller.
And what are the ingredients in the super collagen line, these different super collagen products you have?
It's really just high-dose collagen, which in and of itself is very effective. Our super collagen powder is pure hydrolyzed collagen, the type that's bioactive within the body. We do add some vitamin C into the pills, the tablets, I should say, because vitamin C is very important in the production of collagen. It's one of the vitamins that's needed to hold collagen together, so we want to add some of that in there. But it's just a very high dose, and the dosage is really the important thing, the important part of the super collagen line, because if you have billions of cells producing collagen within the body, you need to stimulate billions of cells with a supplement in order for them to be effective, in order for it to have enough of an impact on your body to actually rebuild those tissues. So a low-dose collagen isn't going to do much because it doesn't stimulate many cells. And that's the beauty of super collagen because it is such a high dose.
In fact, isn't that the name of the product, Super Collagen C or something like that?
Yeah, Super Collagen is the name of the powder, and then Super Collagen Plus C is the name of the tablet.
So it comes in powder and tablet, not in liquid.
We have a liquid pomegranate as well that's part of the Super Collagen line. That has not only collagen and vitamin C, but it also has superfruit concentrate, some antioxidants in there. And the reason why we do that is antioxidants neutralize free radicals. Everybody knows that free radicals are bad for the body. I think a lot of times maybe people might not understand the true significance of what a free radical does. And basically it's a wrecking ball that smashes around the body. And a lot of what it's doing is destroying the collagen fibers, the links, those actual threads that are running throughout your tissues. So if you break those down with the free radicals, you accelerate the aging process.
Gotcha. We come back, we'll have the LTN Health Question of the Day. We'll continue the conversation with Tim Mount. You are listening to LTN Coast to Coast.
At Canavest, we believe that the future of hemp is unlimited, and through innovative and responsible application and science, we will enhance the prosperity and well-being of our customers, employees, and communities. As pioneers, our long-term goal at Canavest is to locate hemp seed processing mills near to our future family of hemp farmers. These local factories will convert hemp seed into nutritious oil, protein powders, bread flour, and hemp meal. Canavest supports local efforts and believes that sustainability starts locally. Canavest was named one of the Nutritional Outlook's Best of 2014, and we are committed to pioneering the hemp revolution as the world's leading producer of quality hemp-derived CBD products. Resistance to change is in great part the result of trying to do today's job with yesterday's tools and with yesterday's concepts. The hemp revolution is here, and it's up to all of us to change perception and to impact policy. Will you join us in this movement? Learn more about the education and science behind Canavest at canavest.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Murray with a minute of important health news. One of my all-time favorite natural products is a special extract of licorice known as DGL. DGL is short for deglycyrrhizonated licorice, but I tell my patients that it stands for darn good licorice. DGL is made by removing the compound in licorice that can raise blood pressure in some people. Double-blind clinical studies have shown DGL is quite useful in healing stomach and intestinal ulcers. In fact, in head-to-head studies, it has actually outperformed popular anti-ulcer drugs. But rather than inhibit the release of stomach acid, DGL stimulates the normal defense mechanisms that prevent ulcer formation and promote healing. Clinical studies have not only shown DGL to be extremely effective, but also that it is completely without side effects. Clearly, DGL is a better choice.
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971, and we believe integrity should always be our #1 ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA-certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' pledge of integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted Best Independent Chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. North American Herb and Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Canavest, from seed to shelf. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Here's the LTN health question of the day. Earlier in the show, I was talking about the Super Bowl and all the health hazards associated with the Super Bowl. One of which is that the study showed that it was published in the American Journal of Health Economics, by the way. And came out yesterday. The study was trending. And they found that there was a correlation between Super Bowl celebrations and people catching the flu. So much for having the party. Have fun, get sick. So, in a more serious tone, however, they found that people were getting the flu, but there was an increase in flu-related deaths associated with the Super Bowl. Here's the question. What was the average percent of increase in flu-related deaths associated with the Super Bowl? 12%? 18%? Or 24%? What was the percent of increase in flu deaths associated with the flu contracted at a Super Bowl party? 12%, 18%, or 24%? I gave the answer earlier. 877-897-8255. 877-897-8255. What was the percent of increase in flu-related deaths associated with being at a Super Bowl party? Can't go to the party, get the flu. 12% increase, 18% increase in flu deaths, or 24%? 877-897-8255. Tim, welcome back. You going to watch Super Bowl?
It's my birthday that day.
Wow.
And, I'm hosting a Super Bowl party, yeah.
Wow. Are you
going to get worried now? I don't know.
Are you going to get the flu? Are you going to get the... Well, you live in California, right?
Austin, Texas, actually.
Oh, I'm sorry. Austin, Texas. Well, if I were in Austin, would you invite me?
Of course.
I'd
You're
love
always
to.
Welcome.
I bet you'd have I bet you have a pretty good party.
No, we do it right.
I bet you do. I bet you do. Probably a lot of good young-looking people. If I had to guess, if knowing you, you probably have a bunch of wholesome, handsome-looking people there, right?
You know, I always went by the rule that you are an average of the people you surround yourself with. And
That's
so
interesting.
I try to surround myself with good people.
That's interesting. You are the average of the people you surround yourself with. That's a very good thought.
I read a study once that said if you took your 10 closest friends, added their incomes together, and then divided it by 10, it would very closely resemble your income. And I did it, and I guessed, but it was pretty close.
Pretty close. So here's the LTN health question. I'm going to give you two choices so you can guess. You have a 50-50 chance. What was the percent in this study that they did? What was the percent of increase in flu deaths associated with Super Bowl parties? And it was among people 65 years of age and older. Was it 12% or 18%? 12% or 18% increase in flu-related deaths just by going to the party, getting contaminated and getting sick and dying, for heaven's sake. 877-897, you can't make it up. 877-897-8255. Call, win, $25 gift card, right answer. Are you doing your products intravenously? How much of this stuff do you take every day, brother?
You know what? I do it morning, night. I double up, and then I take some other supporting nutrients. So I'm doing my beauty infusion in the morning. I love the taste. Nice, convenient way to mix it up. I usually do some more collagen after an exercise, my workout at the gym, just to support that connective tissue. I know I've been breaking it down when I go to the gym, so got to keep myself strong and youthful too. So
of course you do.
I do. Yeah, I try to do as much as I can.
Beauty infusion. That's a relatively new product with your company.
Yeah, it's one of the premium formulas that we have. It really is a full body beauty supplement. So it's not only got the collagen for the skin structure, hyaluronic acid is for skin moisture, hydration, biotin for hair and nail growth. There's an antioxidant called alpha-lipoic acid that protects the skin against sun damage, and then some vitamin C as well. It's a flavored powder, comes in tangerine or cranberry, and it's absolutely delicious, something I look forward to. I can't say that about all the supplements that I take.
I know. It's got to taste good. It's got to look good. It's got to smell good. Otherwise, people won't take it. And it's got to be the right price, too. I mean, I've learned that with clients. I'm going to say this will be good for this or be good for that. Say, well, I don't like the way it tastes. I said, but it's going to be healthy. I don't care. They won't take it. They don't care what benefit. It's got to taste good, look good, smell good, be the right price. So you beauty infusion, and you do that once a day or twice a day?
I usually do beauty infusion once a day in the morning, and then I snack on our beauty bursts whenever I have a little bit of a hunger craving.
Yeah, those are yum.
Flavors. It's just a soft chew. It has collagen, hyaluronic acid, and vitamin C, so it's a really tasty way to get your beauty supplements in there and your collagen, and I look forward to it again. So for me, it's all about not having to add another pill to the diet or to the supplement routine.
I got you.
I already take a handful.
I know. So on Sunday will be your birthday. How old are you going to be, may I ask?
Yeah, sure. 37 years old.
Oh, Jesus. I have shoes older than you, but 37. You're only 37?
Yeah. I honestly feel younger.
You look younger. You look like you're 12. I mean, you have such a you look great. You do. You always look. You have great skin. You look the part. You take care of yourself. I respect that.
Got to do it.
I should have had you on the show yesterday, and I should have asked you the question: do you think about aging and aging successfully? Apparently, you do.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The second my hair started falling out when I was in my late 20s, I went, uh-oh, I got to do something about this. So,
right. Well, you have.
I really dedicated my life to it.
I know you have. It's always fun to have you on. Try to come around a little bit more often, will you?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not sure if I'll talk to you before Expo, but hopefully I'll see you there.
God willing. We'll see you there. Neocell. Get that collagen matrix ship shape. Go to neocell.com. Learn about their products. Sold in fine health stores throughout the United States. Leanne, Leanne, you're the winner. We'll get you the prize. Your health is your wealth.